Let's go ice fishing. We started by heading across a frozen lake in a snowmobile, and then I drilled a few holes, which was actually really satisfying. Next, I set up my bait and dropped it down, and then it was time to wait. Eventually, one of the flags popped up, and I could tell right away that we'd caught a big one.
Whoa! Holy cow!
To cook it, we built a fire on the ice, which probably wasn't the safest idea. Then I seasoned my fish with olive oil and salt, and got a nice char on both sides. Look at that. One of the best bites of fish I've ever had. Let's freeze dry some candy. The Nerds rope went from this to this. The Skittles all look like little sandwiches. I think I like them better this way. The Airheads just puffed up a lot. It's like a brick. The Sour Worms basically turned into Cheetos. I liked it and then I didn't. And I also did Jolly Ranchers, Starburst, and Hi-Chews, which turned out looking a lot like a hot dog. This is Japan's viral matcha noodle ice cream. It's made by loading up a machine with this mystery canister, and then they pump it out onto an ice cream cone. It's so satisfying to watch that I ordered a second one just to see them do it again. This is so cool. They top it off with a small bit of edible gold, and then it's time to taste. Doesn't taste as good as I thought it would. Tastes like sweet potato. Is it sweet potato?
Why are you asking me?
I thought it was ice cream. Let's make a 3-day short rib. We'll start with a Wagyu short rib and season it generously on all sides, then place it in a vacuum bag and seal until airtight. Next, we'll prepare a water bath and add our sous vide circulator. And when the water comes to temp, place in your short rib and set a timer for 3 days. It's important that my home internet is strong while this cooks, which is why I have T-Mobile home internet so I don't have to worry about things getting disconnected. Once finished, open the bag and carefully remove the short rib, then pat it dry and sear until you get a nice golden brown crust. T-Mobile home internet is even faster than my knife skills. If it looks like this, you know you did something right. Let's make surf
and turf.
I think your bicep's bigger.
Oh my god. Give me that.
Flavor of broth, which comes in the form of a bear. They're really cute, and they come in a few different colors. Once you're ready to eat, you turn on the burner, and the bear begins to melt. It takes about 5 minutes for the bear to melt down into a hot pot broth, and then it's time to say goodbye. I ordered some thin sliced Wagyu, a few veggies and greens, and some chicken, then tossed on my bib and got cooking, and it was delicious. I'm in Japan right now, and if you didn't know, I've always been a huge fan of a good Zen garden. I mean, just look at how perfect this Zen garden is. And when I checked into my hotel, they left this here for me. Then I looked up close at the stone, and it was delicious. And then I realized there was a fork next to it, and it was fantastic. That was not on purpose, by the way. I'm good. And at that point, I figured, why not just also eat this little green ball of moss, which is this chewy matcha chocolate truffle. It makes me wonder, have Zen gardens just all been edible?
This is the crunchiest snack.
Can you make it for me? Why not? Hey! Oh. They're frozen. That was fun. Level 1 potato. Better than McDonald's. Level 2 potato. Hello.
Live with Steven Spudman.
There was just so much starch everywhere. Time to flip. Love me some latkes. Level 3 potato. Not again. Look, he matches my new shirt. I'm a happy potato.
This is a cacao pod. How do you open it?
I like to karate chop.
That was a clean break. This is where chocolate comes from. Oh my goodness.
This right here is 99% of what's in here. So all you do is ferment these seeds right here, blend it all up with some sugar, and then you've got your chocolate.
Taste test. Raw cacao versus our refined chocolate bars. I don't even need to taste it. This one.
This is Japanese slime candy. It's really hard to find unless you're in Japan, which is why I brought some home to send to a bunch of you who are subscribed. To make it, it's actually not too complicated. Tear off this corner and fill it with water, then pour in the first packet and stir until it becomes light and foamy. This is your sauce. For the slime, add water to the other side, then add the second small packet and stir. Bend the straw, then place it in the liquid and pour over some of the final packet. Slowly and gently pull the straw up and watch the magic happen. If you want, you can also dip your slime in the sauce, but for me, it was a little tricky. This is not working. Let's go! This is called standing sushi, and it's a type of meal in Japan where you stand at a bar and eat whatever the chef serves you. Our chef started the night by chugging a beer and a whole glass of wine, which I'd definitely never seen before. The meal began with a huge block of tuna, which the chef cut down into smaller pieces, shaped into nigiri, grated on some fresh black truffle, and then topped with some buttery melted bone marrow. Next, he brought out some beautiful mackerel, which he torched until it became charred and crispy around the edges. He sliced it up and served it with some crispy seaweed. For the palate cleanser, he brought out some sea urchin, also known as uni, and made a massive sushi roll that probably had about $500 worth of sea urchin inside. I got really excited when he brought out my favorite sushi fish, a black-throat sea perch,
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
which he quickly filleted, then carefully skewered and grilled over some special Japanese charcoal. For dessert, we had this special Japanese orange, which he peeled in the coolest way possible, and it tasted even better than it looked. Bye-bye! I love you! Let's make my mom's famous peanut chicken. Start in a pan with 2 tablespoons peanut oil and 1 chopped yellow onion, and once softened, add 2 cloves minced garlic, 1 teaspoon minced ginger, 1 teaspoon brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons red curry paste. After a few minutes, I need to call my mom. Mom?
Yeah.
How much peanut butter did you put in that chicken dish that you always made?
I was kind of just ballpark to do it to taste.
So just kind of wing it?
Kind of wing it, yeah.
Cool, thanks Mom. Add a few tablespoons Jif peanut butter, 1 tablespoon chili powder, a pinch of salt, a 14-ounce can of unsweetened coconut milk, and some shredded rotisserie chicken. Simmer until your sauce reaches a nice consistency, then serve over rice and top with crushed peanuts, lime zest, and cilantro. Shout out to my mom for the recipe. It's my favorite dish ever. Let's try Ryan Trahan's Joyride candy. First up, sour blue raspberry. Not too sweet, nice and chewy. It's plant-based, and it actually tastes like blue raspberry. 9.4 out of 10. Pink lemonade. Doesn't smell like anything. Wow. A little sweet and definitely sour. I think that's a 9.1. Green apple. That's got the perfect amount of seasoning, and green apple's my favorite. Tastes just like a Granny Smith. 8.75. And last but not least, strawberry. Best smelling one yet. This one, I'm gonna have to go with
He was gonna say 10 out of 10.
Today's my birthday. Let's make my birthday cake. That should do it.